My world.
Hello, world.
G'day, people.
Just remember, leave it to Beaver. How is everyone?
Very good, thank you.
Very good, thank you.
Can you hear the compressor?
Nope.
No, I can't
That
hear
sounds
you.
more like a
Over
good-
the
Sounds like a bird.
We are live on my telly. The stream is actually on this week, so I can see us on TV right now.
Yeah,
Very
that's professional results there, Jim.
Oh, by the way, before we go any further, Jason, may I take this opportunity to acknowledge the great work Paul did in your absence and give him
Hang on, Paul
give
who?
him a solid round of applause.
Oh, thank you. Glad he's back.
And a huzzah.
Huzzah!
Yes, huzzah, huzzah!
And most times I was sober.
Well, there you go. Look what the Call of Duty can
That's
do
not
for you.
what the DUI test said.
But
Oh,
that
God.
can change. Oh, here he is, Dom.
Oh, there he is, the man from
Hey.
Hey, Dom.
Hey,
Marcus is
Dom,
in
morning.
the comment section.
Oh, Marcus isn't watching, is he?
Oh, hi, Marcus.
Yeah, he just signed in. There he is. In the
Evening,
comment.
four-stroke.
Hey, Marcus.
Yeah.
He just signed in. There he is.
Sorry, Bilge.
On that note, I'm going to see my navigator.
Already?
We're going to go with Jeffro and his great text to me this afternoon about how much he loves Photo Etch.
Uh-oh.
Share, Jeffro. Tell everybody how much you love Photo Etch.
Flag it. I should have got my Metal Earth kit.
Oh, well, you know. The best time to use Photo Etch isn't when your workshop is outside. And
Yeah, that's a pretty good observation.
you're just about to glue it, and it goes ding. And it's fine when
Well-
you're inside because you've got a sporting chance. But when you're outside, no.
Nah, go on.
Did it go with the wind?
I don't know. It just one second it was there, and the next minute it wasn't.
Wow.
Couple of
Yeah.
things.
If
Couple
you
of things
haven't
I
lost
decided weren't really that
any
important.
Photo Etch, you haven't worked with Photo Etch. That's my thought.
Say it again, sorry.
It's not
If you
called
haven't lost any Photo
Photo
Etch
Etch
you
anymore.
work
It's
with
called
any Photo
Marcus.
Etch.
Oh yeah. Well, the trouble is everything that I lost was one of two. Which
I
was a
get
bit
you.
of a-
I know. I
Basically,
yeah.
I didn't lose 3 bits of Photo Etch. I lost 6 bits of Photo Etch.
So now
yeah.
it's 1-1.
Luckily, they were. Well, I won't say they were cosmetic, but they weren't vital to the structure
Critical.
of what I was making. Put it that way. So
Do you have plastic alternatives to turn to?
not really, because the plastic alternatives were attached to the plastic to other plastic alternatives, which made it no. Basically, no. But all right.
Well,
if
I know.
whoever's looking at my submarine looks at this bit of my submarine, they'll look at it and they'll think that's probably exactly how it looks, and they won't know the difference.
Or they might just go budget cutbacks, cuts in government spending.
Or perhaps it was blown off by a depth charge or something.
That's what could have happened.
yeah, you
Tell
lost
the
it in
story.
action when that short
That'll
thunder
do. That always
straight
works.
to you.
It's
Wear and tear.
it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Like, or perhaps when they were welding it on in the shipyard, they were just about to weld it on, and it went ting, and it went into the water, and it was disappeared.
And he says, no, sorry.
I mean, anything could happen.
Well, the quality of labour they had then was debatable.
Yes, well, sketchy at best is what I'd describe it as. Yeah. So
Was
anyway,
there
that's
somebody
my
who's
story.
been checked by, operator 42? No, nobody went. That's been checked by me.
Yeah.
Could have
I don't know what the German equivalent of foo would be.
Fubar, still Fubar. Or
Yeah.
Snafu.
So, Bilge, what's your week been up to?
eat, sleep, work, repeat.
Okay.
Yep, plain and simple.
Are you, and you're
Being a
building?
civil servant, I don't have the luxury of lazing around the hobby room all day. And come the weekend, there's always shit to be done on the farm. So yeah, this
Your time will
is
come,
my
Bilge.
time to sit at the bench
Bill.
and try and do something.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Oh, there.
Bill, are you trying out for a role in the newest film version of the Wolfman?
Oh, God.
This
Here
is
we
my
go.
winter coat. You can go play hide and go fuck yourself.
Cheers to you.
Come on then.
The dog's got less hair than you.
I know, you're so jealous, aren't you? Huh?
Ah, what a nice poochie. Good dog.
What's his name? It's Wolverine.
This is
He's got the
Naggy
yellow
Dog.
and black on.
Oh.
He does. He's got the Wolverine outfit on. Lismore City Wolverine.
He's gone Hugh Jackman on us.
Yeah, except Hugh looks good.
Yeah. Winter time.
So, ta-da!
Oh, shit. God, that's scary.
Yeah, no, mate.
Nowhere
Hang
near
on.
as bad as me, mate. That's why I don't have mirrors.
It has been named. It's called
Shame
the,
it's full.
the Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's a good name for it.
Is it just the angle of the camera, or does those rear roll bars look like not straight?
Hang on. No, they're not
The
straight.
left one does look a little tucked in more than the right.
It does, yeah,
That's
yeah.
fixable. That's fixable.
I'm just going, sort of offset.
Probably
like
make room for the seat.
it's been hit in the arse end and just twisted the chassis a bit. And
That's only a Ford.
Oh,
Then
he
ours
did work
is
for de Havilland. Give him a break.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
planes flew straight that we let out. Sort of.
hey, Harry.
Good morning, Harry.
Good morning. Good
Oi, oi.
morning.
I mean, the only problem we had with planes was back in after the war when the mosquitoes fell apart.
Moth.
Wasn't that because of termites?
No, it was because of glue. All the
Oh, yeah,
plywood
that's right.
delaminated.
Yeah, the tropical climate raised hell with that glue. The bonding, the adhesives broke
Yeah.
down.
So they had to duck down to Bunnings and get some good stuff.
Monique would have been able to get a government grant.
Yeah, Monique would have sorted it. And
Oi.
the other thing is a Jag.
Can you pronounce that correctly?
Jag.
No, the Jag. Jag.
The Jag.
It's 1986 Bathurst car driven by Goss and Muir, which finished 24th.
Good work.
Because it was sabotaged.
So you were saying
No,
earlier,
because it had that much
Paulie, that
plumbing on it, it fell
decals
apart.
and shit.
The decals were made by Tamiya, and they didn't go down even with a heat gun. So I sanded them off this morning and painted it.
Well, it looks tidy, mate. It
Still
looks
looks
tidy.
Thank goodness Outlaw Paints is pretty tough.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They're pretty good.
Hey, and what else is anything else besides those two on the mend?
No, the Mark 8's still sitting there waiting for me to finish painting it. Pete's Cruiser is waiting for me to get the will to do it, and the DDA Falcon has been put back in the box because I lost the will to live on it.
Yep.
Yep. Very good.
Hey, Paulie, you know how we're talking about how go ahead, Jim.
Oh, I was going to say, Jason, I emailed you some images of what's going on my workbenches, so you can put that up there. The Spitfire I sent for you because that was like a welcome back present. you know,
Oh, okay.
enjoy
Thank
the
you.
images. So if you
Yeah,
could post them,
yeah.
that would be better than me, you know, showing what's going on because I'm not near my workbench.
Look at that.
That is a case of over weathering. That's what that is. That got out
No,
of
that's
control.
natural, Jim. That's what they look like. They weren't washed.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, yeah. I think I went a wee too far there, but the other side looks great. I'm really happy with this. This was the kit I built for the 48 and 48 Models for Heroes weekend back in March, and it wound up being 48 in 5 weeks.
No,
It's the
that
old
looks nice.
Tamiya. It's the 1993 Tamiya Mark One kit, and
No, that is nice.
the
Come on,
decals.
good, man.
Some worked good, but others were terrible, so I had to order a new sheet, and that's why you got the markings it does. So there you go, Jason. I posted these images for you because I know you're a Spitfire man. So this is a beautiful. I'm really happy with this model. I when it was done, I was like, wow. I put that together, and I haven't built a kit in 5 weeks or less in decades. So this is a massive improvement for me.
Great job, Jimmy.
Oh,
good,
thank you guys, everyone. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was really fun building it. It went together beautifully. The kit itself builds well. I mean, if anybody's got it in their stash, don't sell it. Build it because it's a great model.
Yeah. Put the glue, the paint in the shaker box.
What was the scale, Jim?
48 scale.
Okay.
Yep. My favorite scale for airplanes.
The gentleman's scale.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they call it, quarter scale.
Yeah, quarter scale. Yeah, quarter scale. Yeah. Well, in the United States, that was kind of the standard scale when I was growing up from a lot of aircraft kits. There were 72nd, but a majority of kit makers were doing both 48 and 72nd. Oh, if you continue on, Jason, you'll get to go to the other. I sent you 2 messages. There should be one more with the torpedo bomber I'm working on. There's only about 3 images of that, not much.
Hang on, mate.
Because that's what you're going to see is just how it is as of right now. I did work. Hey, there's Plastic Monkeys in the house. Hey, Terry Turtle. Hey, Terry.
Morning, Monkey. Evening, Terry.
Morning, Paul. So if yeah, it's just 3 quick images of the Kate.
It's actually 5 images.
5.
5? Oh yeah. That's right. I posted some. I posted some with just 1 coat of the dark green on there, and then some others. I took 2 colors of dark green and sprayed them on. Yeah, that's with the first coat of dark green. That's with the AK dark green I got. Yeah. This airplane, I decided I was going to make it like this because I actually have some film recorded by a cameraman on board another aircraft during the Pearl Harbor raid, and it showed this particular airplane active during the raid, and I said, okay, I'll make it that. So this is the rough take on it. This is the first coat. You go to the next few images, and it's pretty much where it is now. I removed all the tape, except that's the version I'm doing right there. That's it. And those are the greens I used. The AK Deep Black, and then took some of that XF11 and sprayed it over the top of that just to give it a little. They're very similar. You could hardly tell the difference.
Oh, hang on. There we go. Try another one here. Hang on. That should be it.
Oh,
That's it. Is that it, Jim?
No, you got 2 more images. With the tape removed. I removed the tape on the cowling and on the tailplane and on the wings. Should be a couple more images. Yeah, because the painting's just about done. I just got a few touch-ups to do. Hey, there's Ice Queen. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Lady Sam.
Morning, Sue. Evening, Sam.
There you go. That's it. Got 1 more, and then you're done. So that's how it looks. Outside of a few minor touch-ups, that's how she's going to look. I got the markings I don't have any confidence in. I may have to paint on the meatballs and then try and find some tail markings somewhere in my scrap box because the markings are, well, it's a 1975 issue kit. So
I should work.
decals are 50 years old. Yeah, well, I tried a couple samples, Paul, and I took 2 meatballs and put them on a scrap model. One worked and the other one dissolved. So it's a 50-50 chance. That's it. There you go. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jason. That's where I'm at.
Stick it to your window in the sun for a couple of days.
Yeah, but will it keep it from dissolving in the water, though?
Probably not.
Why
It's
don't
worth
you
a
make
try.
up a stencil? And why don't you make up a stencil and make your own?
I know. That's what I'm gonna. The meatballs are all single color. There's no white border around
Do
them.
you have
so-
any decal paper and a printer?
No, I don't.
Okay. Oh shit! That in flames.
That's my one, Jim.
Oh,
Hang on.
what do we got here, Bilge? What you got? Oh, there she is. Very nice. Is that the Hasagawa kit?
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. Oh, you got the stripes on the stabilizers. Cool.
Yep.
That was for the gunner.
I didn't add this because I wanted to turn it into a pointer.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else would sharpen the stick.
Yep. Nice, very nice. And that Hasagawa kit is a very good kit. You're right. I've got one. It's very nice.
There we go. Sue. Yeah, everybody's in. Oh, quite a heap of people, actually. Chunk.
Thank you, Marcus.
Oh,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Marcus.
Hey, not enough.
I was scraping glue off me mat actually with me steel ruler. That's what I was doing. Yeah, not much. I'm in the house at the desk for. It's too loud in the shed with the rain on the roof. Haven't really done much. Haven't been at the bench. Just been a bit wet. It's going to be wet all next week. Just so got the heater going. So I'm thinking I might start that little 70-second Centurion,
Yeah.
which I've been going to. I haven't. I'm going to. I haven't. So now I've decided. Yes, I'm going to start that shortly. So, but apart from that, I have got nothing else to report.
Wow,
Sky's
mate, that's a
blue,
full
water's
week.
wet, water's wet, grass is green. That's about all I can.
Mate, that's unbelievable. I mean, sitting here stunned. We're all in silence.
I had a good run. I was going back and I was making stuff, building stuff. The last thing I finished was that one. Was the plane.
Hang on, mate.
Was that one?
Hang on. Let me go. Back to you.
Was the plane and the Yenko Camaro, which was all painted, ready to go, and I don't know, it was taking me too long. I just thought I'm over it, and that was the last thing, and that was probably a month ago since I've started anything. So now that I see that you're back, it's motivated me to start something, I suppose.
Thanks, mate.
I watched a video and you're building stuff, so I thought,
Yeah, I know people are astonished.
there was no excuse for me to not start it myself. So
I fell off my fucking seat.
yes, I just
Sam,
double look at.
Sam's comment. Hey, Sue, you a monkey? You a monkey? You behave, monkey. I'm like, Sue's favourite show from the 90s was Monkey Magic.
I did too. I love that show.
Yeah.
What, monkey
Yeah,
behave?
so we're
No,
gonna
he
go-
doesn't have to behave here. He can be himself.
Yes.
Right. Jeff
Monkey,
Wright,
this is your hall pass.
good to see
Yep.
you, Sue. Yeah, fire away.
By surprise. Well, look. I finished off my Panther. That's about it, and that was really just entailed, pastels and washes and pencils and stuff like that. Just doing little final bits, and that's all I did really, apart from wasting 4 hours of my life with photo etch on my U-boat today. Other than that,
Wasted.
really, I've got a delivery from DNA, so I've got some stuff to play with though. I've got some, I got the right paint for my F16, so that's groovy. But the only other thing that happened this week, and it's a pretty exciting thing. Well, if you're in my life, it is. You could be pretty indifferent, really, but I think it's pretty exciting. We've all got a kit that we want more than anything else, and our lives won't be complete if we get it, even if we don't make it. And but I saw this years ago, and I thought I would very much like to have that. Now, I don't know why. I've never made anything like it before, but I just liked the look of it, and I thought, yeah. Unfortunately, it was a company that was discontinued, and it became that as soon as I realised that I really wanted this, I realised that they were really, really bloody getting rare because there weren't many of them around to start with, and it was a company that went bust. So, and every time I saw them on a buy, swap, and sell or a marketplace or anything, they just disappeared. So I was really lucky, and I was finally able to get one.
Oh, thank God! I thought you were going to say it's a TSR2.
No. Is that a Hobby Boss kit?
No.
Mirror model.
Oh, the US
Mirror
Diamond
models.
T. Ooh.
Yep. If I had a choice, if I really wanted to be picky, I would have got the soft cab, but hard cab's good.
What is that? What is that kit maker again, Jeffro?
Mirror models. They're Irish, I think.
Mirror.
Mirror, as in looking glass.
Oh, okay. Never heard of them. I mean, never.
Yeah.
Never ever.
And the thing with this, look, every time I come up with a kit that I kind of like the look of, I like research the hell out of it. And this has got about probably, I don't know how much spare space there is inside this box, but not very much because it's really full.
I think Mini Art makes a kit like that too.
Yeah, and I came and I was looking at marketplace this week, and there was another one very similar by a company called Thunder Models, and they had one very similar. It was a Ford, I think it was, another wrecker. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I could get that one. I could get that one because I'll probably never see the other one, and I could get that one, and that'll be just as great and everything. And I thought, oh, in the time that it takes, well, I'll just have a quick look on YouTube. And I saw a review on YouTube, and there was that much of my favourite thing, photo etch, in it, which comprised a lot of the structural of the build, and it just looked, it would have been unreal value because I really like kits that are just really great. I judge a kit's worth by how much time it takes you to make it and how much entertainment you get out of it. And I would have spent the rest of my life being entertained by this because it just would have been just so
you'd love Mini Art
complicated.
kits then.
Yeah. In the end, I thought, oh no, I'll just give it a miss. And then the very next day, this one came up, and I thought that must have been fate. So yeah, so it'll probably sit on my top of my stash for 10 years. Huzzah! Because I won't be going to make it. I'll put it with my winged up wings.
Thunder kits have got a lot of parts to them as well, but they're very good kits from what I've heard. But be prepared if you build a Thunder Models kit. It's like an IBK kit. There's a lot to them.
I read that they actually took over the company. They took over the Mirror Models company. I don't know if that's true or not, but they both seem to just build very similar sorts of things.
It may be that there's a reboxing of their own mold. Do a scalemates check on that box. You can do a scalemates check on that kit you have there, Jeffro, and you'll find out if it's a new tool or if it's a rebox from someone else.
I think I looked back when I first started thinking about it. I looked it up on scale mates, and I think I found out everything there was to know about it. And then I just all forgot because this is years ago, and I never thought I'd actually see one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was kind of fate, really. And apart from that, I've done bugger all.
I thought the good news was the one I gave you on Thursday afternoon. That made you happy.
About your crappy golf score.
Yeah.
But you notice I never asked you about what golf score you got yesterday.
What golf
Do you
score
wanna
did you
know?
get, Jason?
Oh, yesterday was a 73, so Jeffro can go fuck himself to the moon. Thursday was 105, I think it was.
That's my temperature.
Yeah, so it was just
Better see a doctor, Jim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too well.
so it was 1 over par yesterday, so that was pretty bloody good.
Well, hey, wait a
Thursday,
minute. I thought highest score wins in golf, not lowest.
no, lowest score.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's
I
lower
wish
score.
that was the case.
You always want to be
Yeah,
under the
lower.
card, not over the card.
Yeah.
Or under the bar.
So it was 1 over.
Or
so
under
that
the
was
bar.
good.
Yeah, that's more like it, Paul. That would be my game. I
Yeah.
would be. I'm known. I was known in my brief time entering the world of golf as Mr. Hook.
Okay.
Most people are Mr. Slice, so that makes it you're unique.
I
And
think
Jeff
I'm,
Rose
I
missed
think
bloody
it's because
everything.
I'm a lefty.
Fade at the
Oh,
moment.
Dominique.
I'm happy with that.
Dom, are you there?
Dom.
Come on in.
Hello.
Talk to us.
What I building on the Chevy Bel Air? Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Bye, girls.
Oh.
We can hear you.
We can hear you, Dom, coming through 5x5.
Okay.
Yeah, now he's breaking up.
Yeah, put another
This is,
50 euro in the
Chevy-
meter.
16 scale.
Chevy 55.
No, no, no way.
The correct term, Dom, is try
Um,
5.
And I go paint it with this color blue,
Like a French blue.
and then the roof is
Turquoise.
going on the LP white.
Okay, nice.
Oh, two
Yeah,
tones.
the class.
Old school two tones.
Oh, yeah, turquoise. Yeah, there we go.
He's going
um,
original color scheme.
And I finish my
Oh, there you go. Okay,
Jeep.
116 Jeep.
nice.
No,
That's
sit
nice
down.
engine
That's
work, Dom.
big, really.
That is really sharp.
The big Willie, Tom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Things to put on it.
Only I have a picture with the hood open on this way, and then I have a little stand, but that was broken.
You kids in your toys.
There was a
I
war
have
on.
more. I was yesterday night. For me, was it last night? This is a Ford pickup 37.
What we didn't hear you,
And
Don.
I
You dropped out for a
painted
second.
in
37
What was
Ford pickup.
I did one door did it in red, and the other door I need to do it in yellow. And then I go chip it with water,
Pump out the bilge.
a little bit chipper with the micro brush. That is a group build for the Americans. What I have more?
But wait, Dom's got more.
Wait, I need to do.
So if we ordered before midnight tomorrow night, do we get the free Velvet Elvis painting?
I want the steak knives.
You know what I used to love?
There's something wrong.
You from KTEL.
Can you see there?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
Tom.
there it is. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I buy
that's
this
cool.
figure. This is 1/6 scale.
Ooh, biggin.
And I buy this one.
Quark.
All right, my kind of guy.
It's really cheap, was it? Yeah.
He's all ears.
Built up for a
And I
vendor.
buy this
they should
one.
call that.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh,
Does
very
it come
cool.
in diesel?
I buy this one. And this one is Australian.
Yeah.
Crikey.
That's cool.
Wow.
Only because they stuck a kangaroo on it, Tom.
And I buy this one.
Oh, neat. That's a nice little vehicle. I've seen someone build that. That's good.
This is the
No.
this is the Chevy.
That's a good kit, Dom.
What I built in the moment. I buy this Dodge Dart Hemi in
Ooh,
68.
sweet. Nice. Nice. Very nice, Dom.
I buy this Russian military of not Russian, it's a Russian brand, the US military vehicle.
Yeah. Yep.
It looks like a little
Toilet
Jeep.
52.
66 Malibu.
Yeah,
That's a really
Gasser.
cool kit.
And that is not.
This Russian military van,
It's a Yaz, isn't
Cool.
it? A US.
The Soviet
Yeah.
version of the
and
Volkswagen.
that's it.
So, Dom, just wondering, when did you win the Netherlands
Yeah, and I
Powerball?
can make them. I make them rusty and old.
Do they have
I
lotto
make them
in?
rusty and old, and I go.
Dom, do they have lotto or Powerball in the
Say it
Netherlands?
again, Jason.
Do they have like a lottery in the Netherlands?
The whole computer.
Like a lottery, you know, pick 6 numbers, win $1 million.
Yeah, we have that.
I guess you just won it.
Oh no, I will never. What I do not. I do nothing with lotteries.
Neither do we. But it looks good, mate. That's a great collection.
That's quite a haul, Dom.
Good
Where'd you
chance
get all
is
that
one
from?
of,
You get it from a swap meet?
One of 25 million. Dus no, look you. Yeah, thank you. There's nothing more. I have more.
There's 175 million euro.
I do this camera. I have all new hobby cabinets.
Oh, yeah, cool. Very good.
And this is for my, come on, for my paints.
Wow.
That's what I buy for this month. And I have here my new draw system for my AK paints and my
With the receipt.
washes and filters and everything and all other stuff. That is
Dom,
new
that's too
cabinet
well
for that.
organized.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's too well organized. I
sorry.
couldn't handle that.
I
I
am
would
really
never
organized.
find anything.
Oh, I can better work and organize the space than. I saw the video
If it
from
ain't in front of me, I can't find it.
Jason, and then my hands going shaking when I clean it.
All right.
I was in Australia. Go to Jason, clean his whole area and really nicely and clean. And then you can
No, don't do that. You'll
bottle
never find
or
anything.
number.
Yeah, no, you would never find anything, Dom. I would never be able
Yeah.
to find it, mate. Serious. When everything was moved down here, I was like, well, I'll who we got? Oh, it's my. I'll go to me now since everybody's been through. So remember how I was going? Oh, I can't find my
Then
milli,
everyone going, the camera's going flip every time.
my milli putt, anything. Couldn't find any of it, anything. So I went up the shed the other day, and well, I found some of it. So I was quite
There
happy
was
about
a hobby
that.
store wants it back.
Well, this was not everything, right?
Can you spare
No.
some putty? Can you spare some putty, Jason?
Yeah, possibly. So, first up, a couple of things. Thank you to everybody that turned up today. Thank you to everybody that watched the upload of the YouTube video. That was, thank you. And the lovely comments. Didn't know I was missed, but thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
You were missed a lot.
Even Hibbo tucked on a comment there. And
Really?
yeah, hang on. I'll just go to one of the comments.
Oh,
here.
good to
We've
see you got away from the golf course.
Fat Boy Golf 2025.
It's a hoot.
About time he was saying, give me a compliment, as he does. About time you gave up I gave up smoking, fuck ya. Me and Pete on your back of that for so fucking long. Well done. So that was just blew me away. It was great. So I went and watched his, and make sure you subscribe to it.
You put the link in this. Can you put the link in the comments, Jason, to Ibbo's channel?
I will, mate. I will. And
Thank you.
definitely Fat Boy Golf is a good title for it.
He has spread out a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll have to hang on. Let me just see. How do I get that? Let me see if I can get that link. There we go. Copy that. Go back to that. There we go. That should go through now.
There we go. Thank you. Got it.
You're welcome. Hey, surprising to say, this is where we got the link. We got the link from. As you can see, and I'll change camera. I've been building. I know these are all dumbfounded and stunned and amazed. So,
Can you wait until I'm not trying to hold parts together, please?
so what we'll do is I'll drop this.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Stop looking at his feet, Jim.
There.
That is that's a nice kit. It goes together. The more you build that, Jason, the more I regret selling mine.
Yeah, so here I am so far. This is where we're at. I'll just get that there. So I've got, what do I do with it?
he's gonna die.
Shut up, Tom. So yeah, I've got my wires, the tubing to go to add to that.
One question, Jason. Are you going to have the bonnet open so you can see all that great work you're going to do on the engine?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. Okay, excellent.
So we're at that stage with this so far. That's all been in the dark grey. It's been undercoated, and she'll get its.
Yeah, gotta have it. Yep, definitely.
So I've got a mix of DAC and sand going to go on that. Throw it in there. I'll have a look before I start gluing bits together on this. What needs to be done? Whether I can weather this separately to the top structure. The gearbox, air tank, muffler systems in primer over there. Now I used so they're in dark grey, German grey there. All the rubber's been done. I've still got those three to do. And there's another screw here with those on there. So I've got to do those to complete the wheel system because I've got these, the main drive wheels.
Right. Yeah, drive sprockets. Yep.
There to go. So that the gearbox is done over here. And I've got the few lines with that brass copper tubing to go onto that and do a bit of drilling onto that. Or even airbrush. Where is this little thing? I don't know if it'll come up in the camera.
Can't see it. It's not coming through. Put your hand behind it. Maybe that'll help focus.
That tiny little hook.
Should have watched
So
your
that's
hands.
Really make it out.
Hang on, let's see if it works out behind that.
A little
No.
better, but it's just not focusing. You got too much of the background.
Yeah, so pretty stoked with that. Yeah, muffler. All primed, ready to rock and roll.
You really gone.
So yeah, pretty much I've done all the test fitting on this. Again, as I said, I've got to throw the chipping stuff on it. Then I'll hit it with the DAC and the sand. And where is it? Where did I do it?
That's really looking great, Jason. My compliments.
Got my sand pen here, my Tamiya sand. That'll be going around and inside, like some of this stuff where you get your build up inside there. Underlaying, I haven't started the tracks yet. That'll be that. I've got the Sienna soil pigment. I've got the North Africa pigment dust, and I do have another North African.
Jason, my question on that North African pigment is that like Eastern Libyan pigment, or is it Tunisian pigment? There's a difference.
Tunisian. But some might have come from the other side, so you never know.
You never know when the river counters are lurking.
Yeah, you know, I mean, on transport when they were driving around. Oh, and another.
No. You hit the Milliput lottery. That's what you did.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So yeah, I have been building, have been creative, and really enjoying it. So yeah, that's what I've been up to every night. So they're rechargeable, those lights up there, and every night I think I get about 3 hours out of it, and that's time to take the peepers away from the bench, and 3 hours of sitting at the desk is good. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Other than that, yeah, the shit game of golf and a good game of golf. I mean, the excitement and actually, you know, it'd all be bullshitting if I said Jethro was like, "Oh, geez, that sucks," bad game of golf. But no. There we go.
When did he stop laughing?
Yeah, well, you know what they say, Buck. A game of golf better than a good day at work.
Yeah, so you know how it'd be like going to your bench and going, "How do I do this?" That's what it was like on Thursday, picking up I parred the first 3 holes, but I got to the 4th hole and it was like I have no idea how to swing a club. And I was trying to do everything I knew, but it wouldn't work. I'm like, so I mean, I got a 10 on one hole. It was like, but then
It was a long way, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then yesterday, 1 over par. I mean, yeah, how do you go from what's that, 33 over par to 1 over? I mean,
Called
yeah,
sandbagging.
So no, that's what the boys said. I said a few things and didn't reply, but
So how many times a week you play golf, Jason? How many times a week you're at the links?
2, mate. Sometimes 3.
Good. Sounds good.
But
I play 3 times a week, Jim. It doesn't make me a better golfer.
No, but you're having fun doing it, I assume.
Well, you
God,
you
yeah.
wait, you get on the other end of the
Oh, there you
phone
go.
call.
That's
Oh,
the
you're
game. I
talking about
matter-
golf. I thought you
matter-
were talking about playing with yourself. Sorry.
love billiards, but I'm
No,
terrible at it. But I love
too
to
old
play
for
it.
that these days, Bilch. It, I don't play golf. I feel a bit silly saying this, but I'm not nearly as an accomplished golfer as the little fella up here in the top corner. And if I got cranky every time I played a bad game of golf, I would have given up years ago. I mean, you've it's just you can't take it too seriously, or else you'll give up. And just because you play a crappy game of golf one day, that's no reason to give up. Just go back again.
So
I've got the
it's all about
different
having a game and hanging out with your mates, ain't it?
Because I'm just such an anal retarded human being. If I play a bad game of golf and I've got the mega shits, my aim is to go back and be better than I was. I mean, yes, I really enjoy it. I love playing. I enjoy it, but I am not good at. See you, Marcus.
See you, Marcus. Take care.
Later, four
And it's
stroke.
Right, Marcus.
I'm not very good at it and never have been at playing for fun. Any competition, like any sporting or anything, I have to be the best I can at it. And that's just that's my makeup because that's just the way it was. Because like going through high school, I was always the shortest human being there possibly could be. So I had to put in that effort and concentrate and never say it's okay you're short or anything like that. I was never good at that. So they could when it came to games, I'd say,
I feel the opposite because if you took it seriously, if I took it seriously every time, it'd drive me mad.
you're already mad.
It'd drive me mad.
Mad.
But like even in cricket,
Yeah.
as soon as I stood over that white line, I wanted to kill my opposition. It wasn't about fun. It was about crush them. And it was about
You have a competitive nature.
yeah, it was even when I had the tumor, my first tumor taken out of my right leg, and I couldn't walk. I had a walking stick, so because I couldn't play cricket, I took up lawn bowls, and I couldn't play that just for fun. I had to go and take out the competition, and I'd never played it before, so yeah. But that's one of my weaknesses in a personality. I'm not good at not achieving. So
And
I'm good enough to be bad at
the-
just about everything I do.
just the best part about lawn bowls is the fact that you can beat up the 70 and 80-year-olds in the car park on the way out.
But like, I mean, Jeffrey would have even noticed it when we played golf last year, and I'm very serious on the tee. Like when it came to set up and everything, very, very.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew
Almost
Guy's right.
anal.
Eh?
The word
Oh,
you
no,
were
just-
looking for, Belch, was focused, not anal.
Yeah, focus. Thank you.
We all know what
Yeah.
focus stands for.
Yeah, so that's just, and that is a detriment to part of my personality. I just relaxing in a competitive nature or anything like this, or I'm not good at it. It just doesn't. The switch just flicks, and it's
The red mist
so-
drops and Jason's off.
Yeah, that like you don't want to get me in a go-kart like when I used to race cars and that. I could be in a Mini, you could be in a bloody hypercar. I'd still be trying to beat your ass.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, it's just no. And I'd
My problem
really
is
like to enjoy
I'm
something.
never good enough.
It's like the kids when they say they can beat you or something. Like hell you can. And if you can, we're not playing that game anymore.
Yeah. You lose at Monopoly, it goes in the bin.
Yep, that's it. It's like on the Xbox, the racing games and the World War II games, where you don't have bounce around and fly around, where you've got to think and strategize. I'll wipe them off the planet, and drive them into the ground. But as soon as they want to play their games, they're like, "Oh no, this is a shit game. We don't play that."
What kind of games are those that the younger folks? would want?
Halo and
Yes, I hate playing Halo with my son.
like Call of Duty, all of Modern Warfare and stuff, where they've got all these whiz bang weapons and
I know what you're talking about, Jason. My sister's boyfriend plays a lot of those weapons games where you got a mission and you got, things. And I'll tell you what, I could do that for about 10 minutes, and then I'd say I'm pretty much done for the rest of my life.
No, it sucks you in, Jim.
No, it doesn't. I've watched it, and I've never been bitten with the bug to do it.
Well, Jim, there's a game called Sniper
I'm a
Elite.
Medal of Honor junkie.
Halo.
You're set in World War II, and it is pure strategy. You have to act like a proper sniper. You can't just run in guns blazing. You're looking for your best vantage. You're looking for your, and like I got to kill Hitler the other month ago. I took him right out. Ended the war. No thanks to anybody, but here I am. But
my son could never figure out why I could sit down for an hour and a half just on one mission alone playing that game.
Yeah. Because
I used to like Command and Conquer. That went for days.
Yeah. Oh, Scotty,
And you got beat at the end
My
of it.
golden oldie, Blitzkrieg.
I found out you should never play Halo after a night shift
No.
because you ring your son up at 3 o'clock in the morning on a school day and you go, how do I do this bit? You go, did I wake you?
I thought it was 3 p.m., not 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Night shift. Yeah.
Yep.
But,
Oh, well, I was awake, so everybody else should be.
and I'd just like to say my 2025 Parramatta Eels t-shirt. Member of the Mighty Eels,
Whatever.
Get over it.
Oh, turn a little bit more to your right, Jason.
And
Rather
we
right.
play the doggies.
There you go. Stay right there.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Up the Bombers.
No, that's gay men need a sport too. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Game tickets, $10 each, Jason.
Are they?
Yeah.
Shit. It only cost me $600 in flights, $800 in taxi.
Or $400 in petrol
Yeah.
or diesel.
Will I make it? No. Not
No, a bit late
I
now.
know I put it on the bike. I've been done that.
You get here by final siren.
Yeah. 13 hours. Was it 11 or 13? I rode my bike from Penrith to Kingaroy in 11 and a half hours. So that was 1,300k in 11 and a half hours.
Yeah, it's doable.
Kept the speed limit the whole way.
Oh, shit.
There's no fun in that. City to Melbourne, 6.5 hours.
Well, I was on I'd never been on the Putty Road, and
Oh God.
I'm on the 18th. I bought my bike. I just picked it up, so I flew from Kingaroy to Sydney. Got there at 8 a.m. Got out to Penrith at 9 a.m. left, got on the bike, which was 1800 Boulevard at 10 o'clock. So, yeah, it was, but on the Putty Road, because I had a windshield and I'd never had a windshield on a bike, windscreen on a bike before. And I'm just going and getting used to it with a big fat shoes on, and I get out on the highway and I realise, geez, I'm catching up on people pretty quick going past. I was doing 170. But because you couldn't feel the wind on your face, I had no bloody idea. Jeff will be able to tell you that.
You couldn't feel the bugs hitting
You're
you.
still silly.
Eh? You
I
can't
said
be
you're still silly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Right.
Jason, may I ask a question here? How's your
sure.
father doing? How's your father doing?
He's still stupid.
Is that where you get it from?
Well, yeah, but I think it runs in the family, mate.
Oh yeah. When stubbornness is another trait that we have.
No.
So they were supposed to be up today. He decided, and I believe it was him. Maybe Mum had something to do with it, but he decided to have a rest and not drive 4.5 hours to get here.
So they
And
blame
they're
it.
going to come up in August, so that's good. So
4.5 hours. That's like right around the corner in Australia, right?
pretty much,
Yeah, it's
so,
a big
yeah.
suburb.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're coming up in August. Looking forward to that. He's having good days and bad days, but he's not listening to his bad days, which I wish he would. So
I see. Okay.
You
Well,
don't either.
here's hoping.
But just a quick question, Jason. Do you listen to your bad days?
always, mate, always.
Now you do. Now you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now. We're not talking prior. We're not talking before.
Yeah.
Post
And look at
outlaw,
that, boys.
you listen.
Still going strong, 14 weeks.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Oh, I just want to say grandchild number 10 is due in 7 days.
Awesome.
I had nothing to do with it.
10.
Great effort, mate. Well, you put in
Number
the
10.
first one. Amateur. We got 13.
Well, that's not bad for 2 kids.
And we've got 15, 14 and 15 turning up November.
Yeah, but I've only got 2 kids.
You got twins in there?
No,
Well done.
son and a daughter.
No, in grandchildren.
No,
Damn.
they're all one-ofs.
Well done.
One granddaughter. So,
That'd be Amara.
yeah,
So how many children do you have, Jason?
11.
11 children.
Yes.
And from there, you
still
got
don't know
how many
what-
grandchildren?
We got 13 turning into 15, and
see, Jason's trying to build his own nation.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jason, do you have any Irish Catholic in you?
Irish, German. And I'm the eldest son of a minister.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well,
his name
Australia is
Dallas.
a big enough country to populate. You got plenty of room in the middle of the country for all those family members of yours to live.
Oh, Dom's gone.
Yeah. Dom's gone.
Uh-oh.
Another 50 euros in the
internet
meter,
was a little
Dom.
sketchy. His internet was kind of going in and out. That's not per his usual. So maybe he's having signal trouble.
No. Yeah. Is that Ukraine's playing up again? Well, that's what our government blames everything on.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to go into that.
No.
I mean, if
Yeah, but
we're going to do
that's
that, I'll just go in the
Jimmy.
next room and vomit.
My old man was telling me about this, like all this AI stuff and all these AI apps and all these other stuff. He said he was watching a thing the other day on YouTube, and this guy was telling everybody about what AI can do and everything. And it was his face and everything. It just looked like a guy presenting a documentary on AI and what was going on. He said, by the way, this whole thing is done in AI. The whole video, you could not tell it wasn't presented
Yeah.
by him.
Yeah.
The entire thing. He
Yep.
produced his face, his body, like his upper body, his arms, all his facial expressions, all the words, his voice, from start to finish.
Yeah. I'd just like to say artificial intelligence couldn't replicate this.
Oh, easily. Easily. Although it'd have better things to say.
Yeah, true.
Wouldn't make us interesting.
It'd make more
But
sense.
But they couldn't come up with the bullshit we do.
True.
My thoughts on AI are F you to AI. So
Yeah, we were talking about how, I mean, what future do our grandchildren have? Or the human race?
James Cameron was right.
The idea is that, normally with something like this, the idea around it is basically sound or good, but then it doesn't take long for a certain element to turn it into something nefarious and
Elon.
to victimize people with.
Well, I was watching a doco on Netflix called Dangerous Robots. And that is like it's a very good doco, and they go from the perspective of the people who invented it and what they're doing with everything, with the AI and that. This robot's designed to go and find people in fires or natural disasters, and this one's to rescue this. Then in like a click of your fingers, this one's going into a thing to locate, Al Qaeda, or this one's going to do this, that, and everything else, and blow somebody up. Like those drones they're using over there at the moment, the Ukraine's using, dropping 20 rounds each drone. Like,
Yeah,
very scary.
It opens the door to a lot of things, and some, as I said, some are good, and some can be, and inevitably will be exploited for bad. And how do you know when you're being, how are you going to be able to tell? I don't know. I'll stop there. Anyway, go ahead, Jeffro. You had a thought.
Yeah. When the AI says, I'm a Nigerian prince and I need your help.
Well, the Nigerian prince thing's kind of a tip-off.
Yeah.
But if it's Paul Price,
and I need your help,
Jim,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, Jim,
Thank you.
I need your help. Can you get on an airplane and fly to Australia?
Yep.
That might tip me off that it's not you.
I'll pick you up at the airport, Jim.
Yeah. The funniest thing is some of these new history documentaries on YouTube. They got AI doing the audio, and it's so funny to hear them pronounce German tank names. Panzer Kampfwagen. Oh man, it's so funny. It's hilarious because they sound like a bunch of half-educated Americans.
No, they'll never be that bad. But just remember, Jim, just remember back 100 years ago when
Jason was young.
When Jason was young, when the Wright brothers first flew, and somebody saw that airplane flying along, and they thought, I wonder how long would it have taken before someone saw that flying along, and they thought, I wonder if you could drop a bomb out of that. And how long did it take at the start
11
of
years.
World War before they suddenly thought, I could probably use that to go and fly over there and, take
about 11, 12 years.
And some bombs and shoot
I'll
some
take a
people
handgun up and shoot at the other plane. Maybe we should put a machine gun on the plane.
No matter what bit of technology comes out, you haven't got a choice. I mean, people always say, "Oh, kids go to school these days, and they should learn the basic stuff without learning about computers." But the trouble is, kids haven't got a choice but to learn about computers now, because what else? What's there going to be by the time they leave school? They're going to be even further ahead with computers than what they are now. So kids have got to learn about computers because they haven't got a choice. And so people say, "Oh
They're
no, you've got
born
to."
with one of these in their hand now.
Yeah, well,
Look
but,
at
yeah,
this
but,
way,
yeah, but they
Jeff,
haven't got
right?
a
They're
choice. That's
actually
what there
talking
is.
about-
That's their world now. It wasn't our world, but it's their world now. And so,
They're actually talking
know?
about making a lot of military equipment now operational from a PlayStation controller. Because
Sure.
Yeah,
you
look
could
at
put a younger person in a high-tech military vehicle, give them a PlayStation type controller, and they'd operate it like they didn't even have to think about it. Whereas you put them in an old tank from 1942, and they probably wouldn't be able to make shit out of clay with it.
where's the view screen? You've
Yeah.
got to look through
Yeah.
the periscope.
Unfortunately, if they get killed, they won't be able to respawn.
Yeah,
No.
there
So
is that
Dom's saying
drawback.
he's getting- Dom's saying he's getting a new computer in 2 weeks. Jim was
Right,
very
Dom.
nice to say he actually get it sorted out. And,
Yeah, he was having all kinds of delay problems with audio and
Oh yeah, he
video,
was
so,
crashing bad.
yeah, right, Paul. That's right. Our Army recruiting gamers. Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's how this stuff is all working out. Just like Jeffro was saying, you're gonna be able to do it. I mean, we already got drones and everything else being controlled by in a base somewhere miles and miles away from where the aircraft is flying.
With
Yeah.
a VR headset.
I bet if
My
they
grand-
put him in a situation where you use the AI, so they're on their controller and they make the enemy look like some animated
Zombie.
object. Yeah,
Zombie,
whatever,
yeah, zombie.
whatever to take the human emotion out of killing somebody.
Yeah,
So they don't get the
seven-
result of what they've done.
yeah, my 7-year-old grandson said, "What job should I go for when I get older?"
Somebody's
Pop?
got some feedback going somewhere. Somebody's got a loop open. Something. I'm hearing some audio background. Go ahead, Paul. Keep talking.
Yeah, my grandson said to me, "What job should I go for, Pop?" I said, "Plumber." And he asked
Yeah.
me why. I said, "Well, people are always going to need your shit, mate.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Plumbers make a lot of money, especially
A
master
good
plumbers.
plumber makes a lot of money. If you get a lot of blokes working for you, you could sit back
Yeah.
and relax."
Well, there's a friend of mine who's a retired plumber. He's got a nice pension now, and he's doing just fine. 35 years in the trade.
Yeah,
With
I said,
plumbing-
"Don't bust your ass in a factory like me, mate. Just
Brian,
get it,
Brian,
get a good trade."
Brian, get to the boss part before you do your back in.
Yeah,
Well,
too late for me.
I was watching YouTube the other day with talking about because I like watching people invent things and technology and seeing what's happening. And there is a new plumbing system where they got these robot machines that go in. They'll dig your trenches. They'll do that, and then inside, there's a box, and it maps the room and burns a laser mark into where the pipe's got to go. And then there's another machine that it sends all that detail back to the factory, and that computer reads it and cuts the pipe to length and just get boom.
Right. There
Yeah.
you go. Yep.
That's it.
Yep. Now that's some proper use of technology.
Yeah, when I was working at Vinadex, we used to make an expandable pipe. It's called Reline. We used to coil it up, nice and flat. It was about that thick. That's 150 mil pipe. You
Oh,
put it
yeah,
in a
I've seen
steam
that.
box. Yeah, put it in
Yeah.
a steam box.
Yeah.
Feed it down the pipeline. Blow it up with compressed air. Send a robot
Yeah.
down it to cut holes in it, and it's done. No need
Yeah.
to dig anymore.
Yep, they've just,
I read it up the airport
they've
here a
just done
couple of
ours
years
for
ago.
along here. That's all.
And it's a real bitch to
just done
make.
it
Trust me.
Yeah.
Lightest burn
Yeah,
line.
there's
About half
that
a
around
ton.
here at the moment too. But they'll use a drilling unit and drill under all the streets and around corners and all that shit, and then fucking feed the piping through and all that dribble, and there's no open trenches.
Yeah, I
Little
yeah, I
trench
feel
roads, I've
sorry
got a bit
for
of
the
it.
people who used to live in my street, because when the internet was going through, my son, who was 4 at the time, a long time ago, was out there talking to the workers. Yeah, and there's the guy standing there with the big control pad guiding the borehead up the street. He let my son drive it. Well, we kept it in a straight line. He kept it under the footpath where he was supposed to. He was happy as, yeah. I want to do that when I grow up, Dad. Now he was a mechanic. He's been a carpenter. Now he's making kitchen cabinets.
Well, one of my young fellas is just
You got to be good for that. You got to be very neat for that. Very precise.
Well, he's doing it on the factory side for Bunnings.
Oh, there you go.
one of my young fellas is
Oh, he's a caboodle.
he's been a
Yeah.
roughneck now for what is this, coming up to 7 months, and one of my mates I play golf with, but he was a supervisor out there, and got him on no experience. So at 21 years of age, he's on $128,000 a year, or actually for 26 weeks. So he only works for 6 months for 29,000.
Nice if you can get it.
Yeah, I hate
And
him
then-
already.
And then his next,
Yeah.
when he gets his ticket from being a greenie, so he's got about 3 months to go. He goes from 128 or 129 basically to 154.
Yeah.
And he
I'm
won't.
just-
He will not have reached 22 years of age.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the day that my son pays for the insurance on his car.
Ah,
You're paying for it, Paul?
Yeah, it's cheaper that way.
Oh, I see. Because of the age.
Well, he's 31 this year. That's what he keeps telling me.
Well, that should be just fine then. He should be paying a moderate amount. He's not 18.
Yeah, he is supporting 5 kids though.
Are you doing it because it's too much for a man his age to be paying, or are you doing it to help him out because of the
I'm
family?
doing it to help him out because that's
Okay.
what dads do.
Okay. Well, I know this, that when I moved out to where I'm living now, which is about 50 miles outside of Chicago, my auto and renter's insurance rates plummeted big time. Hey, GB. GB's in the house. How you
he's
doing?
in.
Morning, Gary.
So,
Hang on. Evening, Gary.
That was a pleasant surprise when I made the move out here, which has now been 6 years. It's hard to believe. I've been 6 years outside of Chicago. So
Well, the pleasant surprise I had was I checked the insurance and I only had 2 points on my license.
what? Oh, you got a point system there in Australia?
It was 6.
Yeah.
So wait a minute,
that-
just so I understand, it's kind of like golf. You want a low score.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Because 6 points, I was going to say you knocked
That's-
it for 6. You gotta
Yeah.
all you got to do is
No,
kick the extra ball.
when you
Yeah,
first get your
That's half
license,
your license.
you're allocated
12
6 points, right? But if you get fines and stuff like that, depending on the severity of the fine, you also lose points off your license. So if you
Or
lose
you get
all
locked up.
6 points, you lose your license.
Yeah, that's a provisional
Now,
license
is that
out
a
here, though.
permanent thing, or is that for
No.
a certain amount of time?
It's a provisional license. You get 6 points. A normal license is 12. But once you lose those 12, you lose your license.
Yeah, what I'm saying, Paul, is that a permanent thing, or is that just temporarily suspended?
3 years.
3 years. Woo! That's good. They should have that here in the States. They
That's
really
how long
should.
it takes you to get your points back.
They
And
really
every
should.
long weekend, every Christmas, New Year,
Double demerits.
every
Yeah, we have what we call double flybys.
Yeah. So sort of from midnight to day or something before a long
Yeah,
weekend
till the day after.
to the day after the long weekend is over. If you get fined for anything, you get double the value of the fine.
Yeah,
And double the
like
point
my-
cost.
yes. My son found that out the hard way.
Me too. Years ago.
Mhm.
Boxing Day, 140 k's in the 70 zone.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Boy, he's doubling his money.
$2,300 fine, and they took his license off him on the spot.
Yeah, that would
if-
warrant it.
Yeah, if his mother had not have been, or mother's partner hadn't been sober at the time, he would have lost his car as well. It would have been impounded.
Yeah,
That's what you get when you let a young bloke drive a WRX.
yeah.
Well, glad to say I've held a gold license ever since I was eligible, and I have never lost a point.
For where
I'm the
you
same.
live,
I've never done
Bilge,
that.
I don't think you could afford to.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
That's why.
it's either that or you walk. So,
Or you get on the horse or the donkey, one of the two. Ask the dogs.
I've
In a
only
town we
ever
go,
had two speeding tickets in my life. So I don't know how.
I've
only ever
I've
two,
had
so-
one speeding ticket.
Mind you, on my P's, I only ended up with 1 point left, but that was my P's.
I've done murder,
Well-
but I haven't lost my license.
Hang on. When I was on my piece, they didn't have points, and I got pulled over and booked for speeding on the eve of my black license.
Oh,
Well, as it was called then, but now it's a gold license. So I said to the officer, I said, "Which license do you want?" He said, "Why?" I said, "Well, I've got my P license, provisional license, which is what what you get the year before you get your normal license, Jim." And I said, "But I've already paid for my black license." He said, "That's too much paperwork. Go on, off you go."
yeah, we call that a driver's permit here in the States for a
Yeah,
but, pre-officially licensed driver. You get a driver's permit, but that means that you can only drive with a licensed driver in the vehicle.
Yeah, but we have what they call the P plate. That's called an L plate here. The P plate is a provisional license where, what's it, 3 years now?
Well, you got, isn't it? You go
apparently,
A red
it
P,
was 12.
red P and a green P.
My wife calls it please yourself.
Yeah.
As we
I
call it here,
it
please book
professional
me.
drivers.
So
And the only
yeah,
other
It's the
time I
same
got
everywhere.
done for
It never used to
speeding
be. It
was
different every state.
the only other time I was done for speeding was I was locked up.
Oh man, you got what'd you get? Bread and water, bologna
was doing-
sandwich.
I hit a 60k zone at 160.
Woo-hoo!
You weren't
Damn.
trying. You
Paul,
weren't trying.
Paul, damn, that
I
doesn't,
had-
that doesn't sound like you, man. What are you, the road
You were
warrior?
just starting to wind it out, weren't you?
I had slowed down. I
Boy,
did pull over and wait for the officer to
I was
catch me.
into-
Oh,
Mine had a
jeez.
two in,
Do they
mine
have
had a
drag
two in
strips
front of
out
it.
there in Australia?
Yeah, it's called
You
the
guys
Hume
have drag
Highway.
strips? Yeah, why don't you go out there and do it, man? 160K? I
That's
mean,
only 100 miles an hour, Jim.
oh, is that all? Well, boy,
Yeah.
pardon me. That's
Yeah,
The
exactly.
car I got booked in would do 160.
well, it's a
Miles an
good
hour.
thing you never got that fast. I don't think you'd be here right now.
I did wind
got
it out to
brakes?
that.
Jimmy, he's got a racing license, by the way.
I respect that. I respect that.
Yes.
It's better to do that in the right environment. You know what I mean?
I used to do that in the right environment, but I was in a hurry.
2
It was
o'clock in the
3
morning,
o'clock in the
no one's
morning,
around.
and there was no one around apart from a cop.
Yeah,
There
apparently,
was
yeah.
no one coming the other way.
No, he was
No, this
pulled
guy,
over on the side of the road,
This,
and I went past him and went, "Oh,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
XD Falcon."
Lucky
I
you
looked in
slowed
the
down.
mirror.
He would never have got you. Nah.
Looked in the mirror and went, "Oh, blue lights. I'll pull over and wait for him." So I pulled over, waited for him, and he went sailing past and locked up and came back. Why did you stop?
Take care, Richie. See you around.
I was
Thanks
going
for
on
tuning
board.
in, Richie. See you next time.
Later, Rich.
There, Richie.
What are you doing, Tunk?
See you, Richie. No, I was saying I was back when I was only probably 19, 20. I had a HZ 1 tonner, V8 1 tonner, and I'd had all the pipes and stuff. It was quite loud, and I used to where I lived. I had to drive about 30 k's to work, and I used to start up in the morning and let it sit. I go start it, let it warm up, go inside, have a coffee or something, come back out, and it would warmed up. This morning I was running late. I just jumped in it and took off, and it was that loud and crackly, and it was one of those. Those really still mornings when you don't, there's not a noise or anything. And I'm hooking out the road. And I'm sitting on about 100. I'm sitting on about 110, 115 in a 100 zone. I'm cruising along, and then I look up and there's a bloody cop car behind me. I'm like, oh, where the hell is this? And I pulled straight over. And I said, where the hell were you? Mate? Where were you hiding? He goes, oh, you would never see me. I said, I'm usually know where they sit on this road. I travel it every day. And he goes, you wouldn't have seen me, so I was a bit disappointed. I could hear you coming for 10 minutes, and he went past me. You're only doing 115, he said. I thought you'd be doing 200 or something. I thought he's going to let me go. He's going to let me in the bastard nab me. Back then, it was only like, I think it was $120 fine or something. He said to me, I thought you were going to be flying, and when you went past me, I was quite disappointed. So,
yeah, we can try it again.
I did travel every day to somewhere in that same vehicle, 30 k's to where we built a big pub, and me and another bloke used to live a bit further than me go past. I would have lost my license every morning and every night if the cops sat on that road, because we used to race. He had a XF Falcon Ute, and I had the old 1 tonner, and there's no way known he's ever going to beat me because
you would have had him every
time. And I can remember leaving my house, and he'd drive past, and we go. And once you kind of got on the road, it was virtually, you went about 2 k's, and it turned, it was straight for like 15 k's. And like I used to have my foot, I would have my ass off the seat. I had the foot that hard on the floor, and the old 1 tonners used to go around to about 220 on the old HZs, and she'd go a little bit past that and stop. So I don't know. I was doing over, and he couldn't catch me. And one day, and this was every day, every night for 9 months, we'd race. And then I thought, bugger, one day we come out, you come out of the town we lived in, you turned on the road, went across a railway crossing, and then it was virtually go time. We come up to the first corner, and there was a farm with a tractor, so we both stopped, slowed down, doing about 80, and it was not long after they come out with the police cars had the sewer pipe on the side. They would have been VPs back then. And we both stopped behind this tractor, and he went past us. And that's the only time we ever seen a cop on the road. If that tractor wasn't there, we would have been both doing 200. So that's what I said. I've only ever had a speeding ticket twice. That once, and once I had a little Datsun Stanza, which used to absolutely drive the guts out of it. And he got me in that. And that's it. Only 2 times ever. So I've only ever lost 3 demerit years. 30 years, I've only lost 3 demerit points. So.
Well, see, you got 3 in range.
I should have lost it. I have access to large acreage of flat paddocks and stuff. So my old boy was adamant. I don't give a shit what you do on the paddock. Just don't do it on the bloody roads. Yeah. And that's what we used to do. We used to go out in the paddocks, and we used to play cat and mouse all the time.
Yeah. Well, that car's the car I built as a 4th-year apprentice.
Beautiful.
It's a beauty. No, I lost my license for 3 months, 6 months. About 4 years ago. I was going.
Hey, you're old enough to know better.
I'll never be old enough. Anyway, I was in the Jag, and it was wet road, but going to Rocky, there's a 2-lane. You got the overtaking lane and that. And I was doing the speed limit 100, and there's this cockhead, well, 2 cockheads. They're both in Forbies, both with camper trailers on them. One's up my ass and one's up here a bit further in the left lane. So I'm doing 100, I'm going, and we're coming up naturally towards the end, and all of a sudden, this guy in the front pulled back and then starts to merge with his, push me out because I've got nowhere to go because this guy's up my ass. I just hit the go button, and the Jag does respond to hitting the go button very quickly. Like, and I've just gone 140, and coming at the end of that, just around the corner, who's coming the other way? Mr. Policeman. Oh, so I've gone, because I was being pushed out, I had to go because there was on a truck coming this way. So I had nowhere to go. I had to get through that gap now because idiot was behind me. So I saw in the side mirror, I saw him hit the blues and twos. So I pulled up and he's giving me the what for? I said, hey, listen here, settle down. This is what was happening. Anyway, I had my camera, my dash cam.
Ah,
So
very
he
good.
said, oh, you can pay your fine or I'll see you in court. So I said, I'll see you in court, mate. Queensland justice system, his video didn't capture the moment of the incident, but it captured my speed just as I was decelerating.
That's convenient, Cam.
Yeah, I was like, and if I was doing 140 and I meant to do it and I was sitting on that, not a problem. But I was literally responding to the situation I was put in at that moment.
Yes. When my son got
Yeah.
booked for his little indiscretion on Boxing Day, it was after he left here and went back home. I went up on the 27th, and the same police officer was there. So I pulled over, and he was very worried when I got out of the car and walked over to him sitting there. And I thanked him for pulling my son over. And he said, oh, why are you thanking me? He said, well, his partner's pregnant at the time. And he said, if I had known that, I would have thrown the book at him and locked the little shit up. I said, and I would have helped you.
Yep, absolutely. Like, I'm the first bloke you'll ever see. I fuck up, that's my hand up.
Yeah. I mean,
This bloke, no.
I mean, the only times I've ever gone really, really, really fast, I've been in the car by myself.
And you've had a police escort.
Yes, and I've had a police escort.
Like, I've gone on the bike, and Jeffro probably would have done the same. You after decades of riding, it doesn't make you the greatest rider in the world, but you're used to what you're riding. Normally you know where you're riding, and you know how to handle yourself. But yeah,
Your ability.
absolutely. Stupidity, or not obeying the law. On a motorcycle, yeah, I've absolutely done that many times.
Oh,
But
and
time,
Bilge,
Oh yes, I've been
Bilge,
Yes,
way too fast.
that's still in the shed.
hey?
That's still in the
Oh,
shed.
yeah, well, so's mine. Yeah, so's mine.
but
I just sold mine. I sold mine 12 months ago. I shouldn't have.
you
No.
put me in a normal streets and environments like I'll drive normally like everybody else. But you give me an
Yeah,
open
my-
road.
Yeah. My son says I drive like a grandpa. And I
I was
simply
going to
say I
say,
am.
Jason, you got plenty of open roads in Australia, I'm assuming then.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but they're all a 60 mile an hour limit.
Way out west we do.
You mean even the stuff out in the remote areas, Paul?
Oh, they're
Yeah.
110.
66.
Okay.
Yeah, even
Oh,
the air highway between South Australia and Western Australia. It's 1,700 kilometres of a dead straight road.
I've got that sitting in my shed.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's my baby.
I like the color.
That's
That's
the other one.
factory.
That's one of the other ones.
My sister has one of them sitting next to her shed in the carport.
That was the day after I got it in 1982.
Happy days.
Left Holden with a 1736 in it and a 5-speed.
I've just got the Jag.
It's running a 5-litre and a 5-speed now.
You've,
Well,
I've just got the Jag.
you've reached an international audience, Jason. We got someone checking in from Hungary.
Yeah.
G'day.
Good
Yeah.
evening, Hungary.
Is he a hungry
Oh,
hippo?
I
that's
don't know,
rude.
but I'm thirsty.
Oh, the old joke goes, Austria was hungry, so it grabbed a piece of turkey.
Yeah, don't go to your cabinet and
Hey,
get
Tommy.
your gun out, Jim.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, hey, whoa.
Now,
I
apparently,
have that kind of talk on this channel.
You know, I've been someone offered to buy that from me. That Mauser.
yeah,
I met this guy at a swap meet, and he was very interested when I was talking to him about the rifle because I really don't have anywhere I'm going to put it, but I'm very loath to to part with it because it was my father's.
yeah, we'll keep it. His name wasn't John Alec, was it?
No.
Jason, I've got to tell you this. The Prez came around the other day. Now, for the rest of you blokes, my mate the Prez, our mate the Prez,
Yeah, mate, the
has
press.
been to the UK for 3 months. He went to the UK and Scotland and Ireland and, you know. Anyway, so he just came back the other day, and when he left, I said, I collect I collect fridge magnets and shot glasses. And he said, righto. So anyway, he'd been home for a few days, and he sends me a message. He said, I'll come around for a beer this Savo. So he comes around, and he's got this paper bag, and he gives him the paper bag, and there's all these shot glasses and beer coasters in it. And there's a bit more left in this paper bag that he's got. And he said, now I've got one more thing. He said, I couldn't believe it when I found this. This is the most amazing thing. I couldn't believe I got it. And I had to bring it around just to show you just how you can find stuff, right? So I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to get here? So he pulls out an authentic, it's got 1940 stamped on the inside of it. It's an authentic DAK German field cap.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow.
Completely
Very cool.
authentic, brand new. And I said, oh my God. I said, oh my God. I said, this is amazing. I put it on. I thought, this is bloody fantastic. I said, you don't have to get me anything else ever again. And he said, oh, not for you. I just bought it around
It's
the
not
show.
yours.
Oh, go to press.
And he bought it at a car boot sale for 30 quid.
Oh, wow.
Probably about $50 Australian.
30
Both?
quid, $60.
Even
Worth
if it was-
every cent to see the look on your face when he said, it's not yours.
Even if
Yeah.
even if it was $100, it would have been well worth it because I looked it up. I looked it up on Google afterwards, and even just the replica goes for way more than that. So
So, did he get you a
Amazing
beer
what
coaster
you
and
find.
a shot glass?
you what?
Did he get you a shot glass?
Oh yeah, I got a few.
You got an Africa Corps shot glass?
Sadly, no.
Pieces of one.
No, I've
Snaps.
got a. But then again, you can drink out of a shot glass. You can pour booze into a German field cap, and it'll just go straight through. So you know.
Right. That's right. Yep.
It's a
yeah,
gift
you
that
can,
keeps on
yeah.
giving.
Well, each has their purpose, but you can use a shot glass for a lot more.
And there's only so many social settings where you can actually wear a German field
I
cap.
was gonna say, Jeffro, I don't know how many places you'd walk into with wearing a DAK field with the Swazi and the eagle on there. I don't think you'd be welcomed in a lot of places.
Mainly if you were wearing white and a hood.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
God, yeah. Well, yeah. That's real inflammatory stuff there.
That's
Say
why
at
I
least
kept
here
it
anyway.
white and a hood.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
caused a difficult moment amongst us. Yeah.
Put
Well,
away your
gents,
sheet.
I'm gonna sign
Unless you-
off here. It's 5:30, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll say goodbye too.
All right, Jim. Thank you for coming
you
in.
guys wrapping up, or are you gonna?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap
You're
it up.
gonna wrap it up,
Now,
Jason? All right, I'll stick around then. All right. Yeah, 'cause I'm,
so we'll
Bilge, come
Bill's
back.
just on his way back to say goodbye.
Yeah, I had to drain the bilge.
So anyway, guys,
You
thank
need
you
to
so
see a
much
doctor,
to
mate.
everybody that turned up. Thanks to everybody watching my new episode on Aussie Scale Modeler. Don't forget Fat Boy Golf 2025. That's Hibbo's golf channel. Chunk, Bilge, Jeffro, Wally, Jimmy,
Chunk's gone.
and I'll organise
Bye,
it for the
Will.
same time next week.
see you then, folks.
See you all
Bye-bye.
later.
See you then, guys.
Till next time, be good.